On day 1, I spawned in as a baby werewolf. Howoo! In front of me was my older brother and the rest of our werewolf pack.
Little brother, you made it. Welcome to your new home.
Just then, lightning struck, and an army of vampires suddenly appeared.
For centuries, the vampires and werewolves have fought and fought, but I finally found the upper hand.
The vampire then casted a spell. Our once full moon was reduced all the way down to a crescent. This sent out a curse upon all of us werewolves. Oh no, I feel so weird.
Ha ha ha! Once you werewolves are gone, us vampires will rule the night. Attack!
Vampires then started to rush in and fight us werewolves. Because of the curse, we were losing.
Brother, we must run now.
I did as instructed, and together, my brother and I escaped with the vampires right on our tail. On day 2, I was running side by side with my brother. The vampires then used an ability that allowed them to turn into deadly bats. Oh no, we reached a graveyard and now had nowhere to go.
Stay behind me.
The bats swarmed in and my brother started to attack. He used incredible abilities and slashed most down with ease. I could tell though, he was getting tired and more of them just kept coming in. One of the last bats flew straight down and bit my brother.
Ah!
He quickly took him down, but I could tell he was weak.
Fozo, listen to me. These vampires, they've always wanted our downfall. They're extremely powerful and nearly impossible to destroy.
Why are you telling me this?
Because I'm not going to make it. If anyone can stop them and put an end to this curse, it's you, Fozo. I love you, brother.
Just then, my older brother died in front of me. No! A loud rumbling started to fill the area. I looked up and saw a large rock falling down from the sky. What is going on here? On day 3, I headed out to follow the falling rock. I wonder what that thing was. Just then, the sun started to creep out from the nearby mountains. Its light directly hit my fur. Ah! Because of this, I felt so weak. Sunlight weakens me? No matter. I have to keep going. I finally reached the site, and everything looked destroyed. At the center of it was a man picking up a weird-looking fragment.
Now this is interesting.
All of a sudden, a group of monster hunters emerged from the forest.
Ironbeard, is it? Local blacksmith. If you know what's good for you, you give us whatever you just found there.
Just leave me alone.
The monster hunters didn't listen and rushed in to attack. I knew I couldn't just sit back and do nothing. Hey, leave him alone!
A werewolf? Kill him!
Even though I was weakened by the sunlight, my deadly claws were still putting up a fight. Their swords hurt a lot, but I wasn't going to quit now. My brother didn't, so I can't either. I hit one of them one last time, which made them run away scared.
We'll be back!
With the beam of light clashing against my skin, I couldn't help but feel weaker and weaker. Oh no, I'm gonna pass out. On day 4, I awoke inside of a strange forge? How did I get here? That's when I noticed the strange fragment lying on a table. It then began to glow. I slowly walked towards it because of my urge and picked it up. Something strange began to happen to me. I ran out of the forge and let out a loud howl. Because of this, the moon upgraded and became fuller. I gained 5 more hearts and was now an adult-sized werewolf. From the looks of things, my curse seemed to have gotten weaker. Whoa, what just happened?
Oh my, that explains everything.
You saved me?
Yeah, I was just returning the favor. but now everything is starting to connect. Follow me.
I followed the blacksmith over to the edge of his mountain.
Last night, I watched as the moon suddenly transformed. From it fell down 5 different moon fragments, heading straight down to the ground. And it seems like each one you collect makes you grow stronger.
And the curse becomes weaker. So, if I find all 5, I can get rid of this curse and take down the vampires? Sweet. Anything to save my species.
After you help me and save my life, I'd be happy to help you on your journey. The name's Ironbeard.
Nice to meet you. You can call me Fozo. Just then, something strange began to happen. Since I was now an adult, I had a heightened sense of smell, and it was going crazy. Where is that coming from?
Help! Help! Help me!
Whoa, my nose can do that? I better go and save him. On day 5, I ran through the forest, following my nose. I was then met with a loud, obnoxious skull.
Hey, who you calling loud, dude?
Okay, calm down. What happened?
I was just minding my own business, enjoying a midnight stroll, and saw this cool fallen star. Then, out of nowhere, a swarm of bats flew in, and now, look at me! All of my body bones are missing!
Wait a minute. That wasn't a falling star. That was a moon fragment. Do you think you can show me where it went?
Yeah, I can show you, but first, I need my body, genius!
Okay. You don't have to yell. Don't worry. I will find them for you. Now, where did those bats fly off towards? On day 6, I used my trusty nose and went throughout the forest in search of the crazy skeleton's bones. I was able to find both of his legs caught up in a tree, an arm behind a rock, and his other arm on a nearby mountain. This nose is great. Okay, Fozo. Now, just for his body. But where can I find that? Just then, I spotted a small camp inside of a cave entrance. Lying inside of it, there it is. His body. I made my way over carefully until I heard the sound of wings flapping nearby. Is that? Oh no. A vampire bat appeared behind one of the tents.
A werewolf? You shall die in the name of Veinstalker!
The bat flew in and started to attack. I used my slash on it every chance I could. It was a long and challenging fight, but eventually I was able to take it down. Jeez, one of the vampires are this strong? I don't even want to know how strong Veinstalker is. After my victory, I went over and picked up the skeleton's ribcage. All right, buddy, it's time to get your body back. On day 7, I arrived back at the blacksmith where the skeleton head was waiting for me.
Well, it's about time!
I can't believe you made me pick this thing up.
I'm sorry, but do you think you can put his body back together with all of this? The blacksmith nodded and went to work. While he was operating on the skeleton, I decided I needed a place to call my own. I went out and used my fierce werewolf claws to mine wood and stone for myself. With this, I was able to make myself a set of stone tools. From there, I went to work and got enough materials to make myself a nice werewolf-themed den. Sweet! This place is perfect. Just as I finished building, the blinding sun came out again. It hurts so much.
Looks like the sun makes you weak, huh? Give me some time, Fozo. I may have a solution for that.
Sounds good. As I finished my sentence, the new and improved skeleton walked up to me.
Hey, I feel fantastic! You think a blacksmith could do better than just patching me up with some moss? Ah, well, I guess this works. Thanks for your help, werewolf. The name's Marvin.
Well, it's nice to officially meet you, Marvin. So, you said you can help and show me where the moon fragment went?
The shooting star? Of course! I'll take you right to it.
On day 8, Marvin and I ventured out until we arrived at a large junkyard outpost. Who could own something like this?
Behold, the civilization of the were-rats! Who dares enter?
Were-rats?
Yeah, good luck, man. I'm out of here.
Gee, thanks for the backup.
A werewolf, huh? Oh, Mr. Mats would want to speak to you.
The rat escorted me deep inside of their junkyard. until we reached a main room. Sitting on a trashy throne was a rat larger than the rest.
Now what brings someone like you here to my kingdom, pal?
I didn't mean to disturb you guys. I'm just looking for a moon fragment and...
A moon fragment? This guy must be crazy or something. Are you talking about our sacred moon cheese?
Wait, what? Mr. Motz brought me over to a display room, and laying there in the center was the next moon fragment. Look, sir, I need it.
Whoa. This piece of cheese is our rat's most prized possession. You really think I'm just gonna give it away? You gotta earn it, pal.
And how can I do that?
Us were-rats are entertainers. If you can beat me in our highest known tournament, the Maze Run, then you can, take our moon cheese.
Okay, Mr. Motz, you are on. On days 9 to 10, I was escorted over to a large labyrinth of sorts. Both Mr. Motz and I were placed on opposite sides of it, and a loud voice spoke.
Welcome to the Maze Run! Both competitors are placed on either side of the maze, and the first one to reach to the center, which holds our precious moon cheese, wins!
Okay, sounds easy enough.
This dumb fella's going down.
The game begun, and both Mr. Motz and I ran through the maze. I used my nose to my advantage and tried my best to sniff out the moon fragment until I met a patch of lava. On the other side of it was the entryway to the main room that held the moon fragment. How am I supposed to cross this? I thought fast and used the cobblestone I acquired earlier and placed them as I jumped across the lava. I placed the final one and made it to the final room. First, I did it. Mr. Motz then entered right after me.
No, there is no way you beat me. Nobody beats Mr. Motz.
Well, I did, so a deal is a deal.
No way, pal. You had to have cheated. And cheaters will pay the price.
On days 11 to 12, Mr. Motz rushed in at me and began to attack. Hey, that's not fair. He didn't listen though and kept attacking. He had a powerful bite attack that did lots of damage to me. And are those fleas? Gross. I did my best and fought back against him using my slashes, but his bites were really strong.
Nobody messes with Mr. Motz and gets away with it.
Just then, more rats emerged in and started to attack me as well. With all of them and Mr. Motz combined, I knew that I was done for. That's when I had an idea and looked at the moon fragment. Okay, here goes nothing.
Hey, stop that guy! He's going after the cheese!
I managed to pick it up, which caused a powerful surge of energy to fill within me. I let out a strong, powerful howl again, and it made the moon fuller. I gained 5 more hearts, my curse got weaker, and I now had a cool fighting ability. Bring it! I was able to take the were-rats down now with ease.
No!
Mr. Motz charged in again. Now with my new bite, he didn't stand a chance against me.
It's so unfair!
Mr. Motz and his people were down for the count. If only you guys stuck to your word. On days 13 to 14, I was making my way back home until I heard a loud howl crying out. Who is that? I followed the noise until I saw a small werewolf prison being ran by none other than Veinstalker.
Yes, rise! Rise!
I looked over and saw a very weak cursed werewolf in one of the cages. Purple essence then began to take over his body, and he was then transformed into a vampire? What?
Perfect. The curse, it worked. Those werewolves will be no more soon enough.
Wait, so when the curse gets fulfilled on us, we don't die, but we get transformed into them? That is how he's gonna get stronger. His army will.
Yes, we shall be powerful!
Listen closely. My plan is working. All you have to do, my fellow bats, is find that rogue werewolf.
Oh no, he's talking about me. I watched as he commanded a small group of bats to go search a nearby area.
There is a laboratory close by. I have reason to believe there has been activity there from a moon fragment. Find it. Do not let that rogue werewolf get its paws on it.
The vampires all flew out and left. A laboratory? Where could I find that? On days 15 to 16, I arrived back to base.
Oh, there you are. You're still alive.
Yeah, thanks for the backup, by the way.
Fozo, whoa, you've gotten stronger again. You found another one?
Yes, I did. He then threw me over a cloak of some sorts. What is this?
Put it on. It should help you with your sun problem.
I did as he said, and now felt so much better. Whoa, thanks. I then looked over at Marvin and knew that he needed a place to call his home. I went out and got the necessary materials to do just that for him. I made sure to make it themed around a skeleton and even added bone blocks just for him. There you go, Marvin. I hope you like it.
Whoa, a home? Thanks, man. This means a lot.
Marvin ran inside, excited. Now I need to find that laboratory.
Did you say laboratory? I know of one nearby, but it's not friendly, Fozo.
At this point, I don't think I have a choice. Can you help and point me in the right direction? On days 17 to 18, I followed the blacksmith's instructions and found an evil-looking lab. Yeah, I think this is the place. I heard wings flattering around and quickly was able to spot some bats. Oh no, they found it. After a second glance, I realized they weren't alone. They were fighting minions? What in the world?
Yes, my minions! Attack these intruders and show them no one can mess with the world's #1 villain!
I watched as the minions worked together and took down bats one by one. I have to help. I rushed in and started to attack the bats, which caught their leader by surprise.
What the?
After a bit of back and forth, I was able to fully take them down with the minions' help. Ha! Talk about teamwork. One small minion charged in and started to attack me with a banana. Hey, cut it out.
Minions, stop! Why did you help us, Beast?
Because those vampires are pure evil.
Yes, they came here trying to find the moon fragment that I had.
Wait, did you say had?
Correct! I wanted to use it to take the moon. But now all I care about is taking down this stupid scientist that stole the fragment from me.
Look, if I can help you find the scientist, can I keep the moon fragment?
I guess so. But be warned, werewolf. It will be hard because the scientist that took it from me was none other than Dr. Frankenstein himself.
On days 19 to 20, we arrived at a large, evil mansion. Lightning was being shot all around it. What is going on?
We must hurry!
The three of us made it to the main entrance, but it was locked. Great, now what?
Banana!
The minion pulled out a banana launcher and burst through the front. Okay, we stormed in, only to see a main experiment room with a hole destroyed through a wall. There he was, Dr. Frankenstein.
I know what you're after. My moon fragment. Well, I used it already for something incredible. I created life.
Oh no, what did you do?
Now I will be known as the greatest villain alive.
I don't think so. That takes care of him. Good luck, werewolf. You want to find that moon fragment, you're going to have to find that monster.
Gru and his minion both left. Hey, wait! Come on. I looked out of the hole, and I knew that I needed to follow the trail. On days 21 to 25, I was following the trail throughout the nearby forest until I found a village that was under attack. Is this the monster's doing?
Help!
I looked looked past the villager, only to see a large green beast with the moon fragment attached to its head.
Destroy!
Oh no, he was roaming around, destroying homes and attacking the innocent villagers as he wished.
Someone get this stupid green freak out of here!
I better go help. I ran in and slashed at the monster. Stop what you're doing. Frankenstein's monster, though, didn't listen and began to rush at me. Oh no, he hit me, and his brute strength by itself hurt a lot. I tried my best to slash through and even bite at him, but soon realized that he wasn't taking any damage because he was already dead. Oh no! I was doing my best trying to knock him back, but at the end of the day, I knew that this was a losing fight. That is, when I saw a lightning storm going off on a mountaintop nearby. Wait a minute, lightning! I had an idea and started to run off towards the mountain, while Frankenstein's monster was closely behind, chasing after me. On days 26 to 29, I was running with the undead monster right behind me.
Get back here!
We kept on running until we were on the top of a mountain. Lightning was still shooting around. I hope this works. I hit him one last time, right into a lightning bolt. Yes! This caused his defeat immediately, and from it dropped the third moon fragment. I went over and picked it up. This caused the storm to clear and the moon to change again. My curse was weaker. I grew larger and I gained 5 more hearts. I noticed that now I had a special ability that allowed me to throw moon rocks. Sweet. On days 30 to 32, I made it back to base and even brought the villagers back with me.
Oh, nice. More friends.
I made sure to get enough materials to build them up some nice homes to stay in. After I finished that, I also made them a farm that was much better than the ones they had before. I hope you guys like it.
Thank you, you hideous, disgusting beast, you. We will help farm for your base. Just like don't eat us or whatever.
Yeah, I won't. As I was finishing up with them, I heard someone scream. I ran over, only to see Marvin being escorted out of our home by a group of monster hunters. Oh goodness, I have to save him. On days 33 to 35, I followed Marvin's screams until I was able to find a large monster hunter outpost. I snuck my way inside the entry room and saw a chest being forced into a cell. What gives?
All right, we're done here. Let's eat.
The monster hunters left, and I went over to investigate. I looked at the chest and knew that something felt different. Just then, it jumped. Ah! Oh my goodness, you're alive! Because of my scream, the monster hunters got alerted and charged back in.
Werewolf! Get him!
They rushed in and used their silver weapons against me. This hurt a lot, but with my increase in strength, I was definitely overpowering them. I took the last one down. I was able to free the living chest. Well, it's nice to meet you too, Chester. My name is Fozo. Wait, you saw them take a skeleton up to the main floor? Can you show me where they took him? My new chest friend led the way. Don't worry, Marvin. We are coming. On days 36 to 38, Chester brought me deeper inside of the Monster Hunter's outpost. We reached a main room upstairs, and I could see Marvin up ahead. Marvin!
These men, they're evil.
I walked forward to free him, but a large monster hunter dropped from above. Oh no.
So it's true. A monster, a beast, dares break into my home?
Now you know how it feels. The lead monster hunter charged in and began to attack. He had a large mace that dealt lots of damage to me. Every slash hurt a ton. I knew I wasn't only fighting for me, but now my new friends. One last moon throw, and the lead monster hunter was down. Take that. Upon his death was a note that was left on the floor. I picked it up, and it read,
"Hey boss, we have information that one of the biggest beasts yet has one of those moon pieces. The Kraken.
So, the Kraken holds the next moon fragment? I wonder where that is. I went over to Marvin and let him out of his cage. Come on, buddy. It's time to come back home. On days 39 to 41, I brought both Marvin and Chester back to base.
Hey, Fozo, I really appreciate you saving me. You didn't have to, and it means a lot.
Of course, you are my friend, and friends will always be there for each other. What the? I looked over and saw one of the villagers afraid of Chester.
A nice little chest dog thing. Here, take this treat.
The villager nervously threw him down a carrot, and Chester was happy. All right, settle down, boy. I think it's time I make you a home too. I went over next to my house and built up a nice small chest home right next to mine. Right after that, I also upgraded my den a bit. I was getting bigger and knew that I was gonna need more room for myself. There you go. And from the looks of things, Chester liked his new place.
Bozo! Glad you made it back. Things are getting out of hand. The vampires, they've been causing more and more problems by the day.
I know, but thankfully, I found out where the next moon fragment is. It lies with the Kraken.
Well, if that's the case, then say goodbye. That monster is far too powerful.
We don't really have a choice, do we? The blacksmith agreed.
I could help bring you over to the Kraken's homeland, the Deadly Tides. But just know, this is a death wish.
On days 42 to 44, Ironbeard agreed to help me, but first tasked me with getting the necessary materials for a special type of fire blaster. I followed his instructions and found a nearby cave. From there, I was able to find a special type of ore inside of it. I think this is the stuff. I mined it all up and headed back up towards a shoreline that we were supposed to meet back up at. As I arrived, I witnessed him putting the final touches on a cool ship to set sail in.
Hop aboard!
I did, and gave the blacksmith the necessary materials. From there, he was able to craft me a special gassed fire blaster.
Yep, this beast is weak to fire, so, you know, fire weapon.
Awesome! Let's set sail. We sailed far out across the waters until all of it around us started to turn red. Is this?
Yep, the Deadly Tides.
We kept sailing forward, and I heard loud noises coming from deep below the surface. That's just the ocean, right? We then looked ahead and saw the moon fragment sitting on a pillar in front of us. Just then, a rumbling began to surround the area, and with the next thing I knew, I was face to face with the giant Kraken. On days 45 to 47, the Kraken let out a loud screech and began to attack us. It had long and powerful tentacles that hurt a lot. On top of that, it would shoot out dangerous water blasts at me. I did my best to avoid its attacks and knew we had to take this thing down.
The fire blaster! Use it!
Right. I ran over and took it out. I shot out powerful fire blasts at the Kraken's tentacles, but each of my hits weren't doing enough damage.
The core, Fozo! Aim for the core!
Its core? I did as the blacksmith said and aimed right at its center. I shot the blast out and it was a direct hit. This caused the Kraken to surrender and submerge back down below the ocean. We did it. But sadly, I spoke too soon because out of nowhere, a vampire bat flew in and took the moon fragment. Hey, that's mine.
Not anymore. Veinstalker will be pleased with me.
On days 48 to 51, I had left Ironbeard behind while chasing after the vampire. I followed my scent until I reached a huge vampire hideout. Is this Veinstalker's home? There were bats everywhere. Thankfully, though, they were sleeping. Now is my chance. I snuck through, trying to find the vampire that stole the moon fragment.
Count Veinstalker, sir.
Oh no, there he was, in front of a large coffin. Just then, a huge rumbling took place, and the coffin shot open.
You dare disturb my slumber?
It's important, sir. I thought you would want
this. He handed the moon fragment over to Veinstalker. No!
Excellent work. As long as they do not have all of these, their curse shall never be broken.
I have to get that back.
Wait, we are not alone. Show yourself.
Oh no.
You, Fozo, is it? You have been a real pain to my mission.
I don't care. Us werewolves have done nothing wrong. What you're doing, it's not right.
You think I care? How naive. How pathetic.
Veinstalker charged in, and we both began to fight. I used everything I had on him, but with one magical attack, I felt so weak. I was already down to a couple of hearts.
Once your curse is finished, you'll be a very strong vampire. Send him to the dungeons.
On days 52 to 56, I looked around at the cage I was inside of and knew there was no way I could break these blocks. No, I'm done for. Just then, I heard a very familiar sound. Is that bones rattling? I turned around just to see Marvin right outside of my cage.
Yeah, don't be too surprised. Come on.
He unlocked my cage and let me out. Why did you come back for me?
All of my life, Fozo, I've ran away from things just like some coward. Well, after all you did to save me, not anymore. It's time to face this together.
Thank you, buddy. You have no idea how much this means.
Of course. Now let's go. We need to run.
On days 57 to 61, Marvin and I were escaping Veinstalker's base as fast and carefully as we could. We noticed a few vampire bats taking guard, but thankfully, we were easily able to avoid them. The coast was almost clear until I saw it. The moon fragment.
Come on!
Knowing I couldn't leave without it, I made my decision quickly. I ran over and thankfully, I was able to pick it up. Yes! Because of this, I gained 5 more hearts. I let out a loud howoo, causing the moon to become fuller and gained a new leaping ability. Because of my howl though, it alerted the nearby vampires. Oh no. Run! I ran and caught up with Marvin. We tried our best to find the best way out, but sadly, every time we would reach an exit, it was blocked off. We both turned around, only to see a large group of bats waiting for us.
Listen, Fozo, you need to run.
What? We both do. I'm not just gonna leave you.
Even if I make it out of here, those vampires will follow us back all the way to our home. I'll keep them distracted. You need to escape.
Marvin, this doesn't need to happen.
All of my life, I've been a coward. Just let me have this, Fozo. Let me save you.
He then charged into all of the bats. Marvin, no! Knowing he couldn't distract them for long, I turned away and ran. It wasn't long until Marvin was gone. I'm sorry, buddy. I promise these guys won't get away with this. On days 62 to 65, I was able to make it back to base. Because of my loss, I made Marvin a nice memorial right outside of his home. You ended up being braver than any of us. You were a hero. Just then, I heard a loud howl. Wait, no. Howls? I turned, only to see a small group of werewolves there. Hey, what are you guys doing here?
We're glad to have found this place. We had no idea someone as brave as you was fighting for our kind.
All of us werewolves are truly grateful.
Of course. I'm glad you guys found this place too. Knowing they needed homes, I went out and got the necessary materials to make them all a small camp to live in. I hope you guys like it.
This will do just fine. This is a lot more protected than our previous outpost. We were pushed out of that place by mummies.
Whoa, mummies? Why so?
They claimed they had a moon fragment and thought us werewolves had more. They were extremely power hungry.
Sounds familiar. So, those mummies have the last moon fragment?
Yeah, they were wicked, strong, and dangerous.
Don't worry, guys. I'm gonna go out and get that moon fragment so I can restore the moon and save us werewolves. On days 66 to 69, I followed the werewolves' instructions until I came across a destroyed-looking hideout. This has to be it. I looked around, but sadly, there was no trace of mummies to be found. Great. I felt defeated until I spotted a trail of destruction leading outside of it. Maybe they went this way. I followed the trail until I met an opening in the plains. There, standing off in the distance, was 2 mummies.
Our king won't be happy if we come back empty-handed. Yeah, thanks for pointing out the obvious.
Their king? Who is that? I followed the mummies close behind. Since it was nighttime, I was blending into my surroundings pretty well.
Werewolf! This one is big! Run!
Wait! Before I could do anything though, they ran away fast. Oh, come on! I then noticed a piece of their cloth fell onto the ground. Huh, maybe with my nose, I can find exactly where they live. On days 70 to 74, I used my nose and was roaming throughout the plains until I reached a desert. Oh, duh. Mummies always live here. I kept venturing throughout the sand until I arrived at a large, ancient desert tomb. I went inside, and just then, the entrance behind me closed off. I guess there's only one way to go.
Only the dead shall enter.
The ground then began to shake. What now? The ground below me gave out, and I fell all the way down into a small room. I looked throughout the room and saw lots of bones. Ugh. I'm guessing they also got trapped here. I have to find a way out. I walked forward into a hallway and noticed a room that led straight up. There were various platforms high up on the wall. It looks like I have to climb my way out. But how? Oh, wait, my new leap. Okay, let's test this bad boy out. I stepped back and ran forward and left. I did it again and again and again. Perfect. With one last leap, I found my way back up to the top of the room. On days 75 to 79, I entered the tomb room. On top of the ancient tomb, is that? It is the last moon fragment.
You have faced the trials. Now you will face the consequences.
Consequences? Just then, a bunch of mummies were summoned inside. Oh no. The mummies all charged in and began to attack. In numbers, their hits were adding up, but I knew I couldn't just give up now. I used my werewolf slash and moon throw on every single one of them. Haha, that was too easy. Is that the best you can do? Rumbling then began to fill the room, causing the large tomb in front of me to burst open. Standing before me was now the large, ancient mummy king. Uh-oh. I think I may have spoke too soon.
Who dares trespass my kingdom?
I have. You have taken something that belongs to us werewolves, the moon fragment. The mummy king then charged at me, and with each hit, it dealt lots of damage. I tried my best to hit the undead king back, but to my surprise, it didn't do much at all. Ah, what gives? Our fight continued on. My attacks, though, were doing almost nothing to him. That is, when I jumped up and hit him directly in its exposed eye. From that one hit alone, I could tell the king was very hurt. So, that's his weak spot. Knowing this, I charged back in and made sure to do everything in my power to jump up and hit him again and again.
No!
I hit the king one last time and took it down for good. Ha! Take that! I then made my way over and picked up the final moon fragment. I let out my last howoo, which turned the moon back into a full moon. Because of this, I gained 10 hearts, and my curse was now completely gone. I did it! Just then, my vision started to become blurry until everything went white. On days 86 to 90, I looked around. Where am I? Just then, a werewolf landed right in front of me. Wait, brother?
That's right, Fozo.
And don't forget about me.
Marvin! Oh my goodness! I'm so happy to see you guys!
I'm happy to see you. Oh my, have you grown?
Yeah, I'm glad to see how strong you turned out to be.
I'm really trying, guys. Veinstalker, he's pure evil and he needs to be stopped.
Well, if anyone can stop him, I know it's you. I'm so proud of you. I always knew it would be you that revived our species.
Go out there, Fozo. Make us proud.
Just then, my vision was brought back to me, and I was back inside of the tomb room. I promise, guys, I will. On days 91 to 94, I returned back home to base.
Fozo, you've done it! The moon! Look, it's full again!
I know, just the way it should be. I couldn't have done it without your help, you know.
Of course. Don't mention it.
I looked out and saw all of my fellow werewolves there. They were all cured.
You did it, Fozo!
I feel great. You've done it. You have saved our species.
Not yet. If Veinstalker is still out there, we will always be in danger. It's time I take him down for good. All of my werewolves agreed, and in unison, we all howled at the moon. Ow! Yep, we are stronger, all right. It's time, everyone. Let's fight back and take down those vampires for good. On days 95 to 99, my fellow werewolves and I rushed through the forest. If we wanted to take these guys down, it had to be tonight. We reached the clearing, and in front of us was Veinstalker's house, guarded by a ton of his vampires. All right, men, charge! We started to run, and the vampires all transformed into their bat selves. We clashed in battle. The other werewolves fought much stronger now that they had been cured. The vampires fought and fought, but at the end of the day, they were not strong anymore.
Fozo, Veinstalker!
I turned, only to see Veinstalker floating at his entrance, watching.
You handle him. We got this.
Just be careful. While they continued the fight outside, I ran inside of Veinstalker's base to finally face him. On day 100, I was inside of Veinstalker's main throne room. Veinstalker, this is over.
Over? You stupid mutt. This will never be over. Us vampires will prevail.
No! We charged in and both started to fight. With my brute strength, I was able to deal lots of damage. But sadly, Veinstalker's magic hurt me a lot. Ah!
Such a shame it is. Your brother died for you. Just to what? Fail?
Veinstalker, though, then shot me with a powerful attack, and I felt so weak. No! Just as Veinstalker was about to deal his finishing blow, the blacksmith jumped in and shot him.
Whoa! Say hello to my gun. I made it to specifically kill you, vampire.
Blacksmith, you're here. Let's do this together. With the two of us, it was clear that Veinstalker didn't stand a chance.
No! No!
And just like that, Veinstalker was down, now giving us werewolves a chance to live in peace.